Evening, XOG. How you doing? Yes, I am going nuts on the streaming at the moment. I'm gonna find a groove eventually, but for now I'm just desperately trying to catch up with all the things I missed. Move the camera. There we go. I got some fun footage as you're here. Actually. Oh, by the way, thank you for those video links. I had seen the Worms ones, which were really cool. Actually, they found the Amiga 4000. That was awesome. Got me looking at getting a DOS Windows 98 PC together, play some old games. With the AW64. Did you decide to go get that from eBay? That was a crazy price. I tell you, if I can find my AWE64 somewhere, I will happily send it over to you. Aliens. Twitch says you have 0 viewers, so we're not here. Let's get in there. Let me shout my bruv. He should be about as well. We'll give him a shout. So as you folks are here, I will say you can have a look at this. This was the result of today. So we had a little bit of a disaster. It's a learning experience. Heck of a thud on this. So this was my latest rocket design I tested today. You've moved 3 or 4 times since you had the AW64. Yeah, that is the trouble. There's so much stuff to keep track of. I know I had 7 or 8 PCs in my garage, and yeah, I think I threw them away at some point. Ended up, you know. Yeah, I want to. Let me slow the footage down. Actually, I was gonna try and estimate the speed of it. Let's do it about 50%. I mean, seeing that off the launch pad, what's that, like 3-4 frames? I need to try and figure out what speed that is. That launch rail is probably about 2 meters high, for reference. The rocket itself is about 50-60 centimeters. It was Super Screws, wasn't it? Better than your Kerbal game. Well, yeah. See, there was the Kerbal moment after, which I will show now. That was the result. That was all we recovered. So about 50 feet up, out of frame, it experienced a rapid, unscheduled disassembly. Yeah. So, lessons learned. Back to the drawing board. No, I know exactly what went wrong. No pie in there yet. No. There was an electronics compartment. I'd planned ahead for that. There was space for electronics to be fit in. I'm going to slow that down a little bit again so we can see. But I just did it with a dummy payload today, just to get an estimate. This is quarter speed now. Let's go that. Ready? That's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's about 3, and it's still accelerating. Did you see it was still accelerating? Hey, thank you, buddy. Oh, it's very kind of you, my friend. How's it going? No people in there yet. No, rockets. Yeah, let's put that back on for you to have a look at that, Aris. I don't know if you caught the end of that. So this is my latest one. So it's going up to a G-class motor. This is my first attempt at a G-class motor today, which was a crazy, crazy jump up. I wanted to scale up, but I had some issues in between. Namely that I left my wonderful cluster motor on the table, and the sunlight bent the fins. It was enough to make the fins bend. So my cluster rocket was destroyed. Yeah, it was a shame, because that one was going to scale me. I've done all the way up. So I don't know if you folks, hands up if anyone knows what rocket ratings are. Biggest rocket you can get. Well, depends what you mean by get. Over-the-counter rockets, you can get XOG. Thank you for the host. Lovely, lovely. Biggest rocket motors you can buy over the counter in the UK are D-class motors. G's you can get imported if you know suppliers who can import them for you. I believe you can go to a H or an I possibly, but that's kind of a friend of a friend basis. That is, it's a bit more difficult. So the engine ratings, the letters, effectively, they double in thrust power for each letter you go up. A is like the tiniest little ones you get. They are about the size of an AA battery. They're tiny little things, and they're only really good for really small rockets. But great for doing like tiny little scale things. They're absolutely fab. Most of the ones that I've done so far have been on B and C because they go double and then double again. They're quite nice. And then some of the bigger ones that I've done were on Ds. And then, as like I said, this one in the background was a G. The one in the video got bugger all altitude because it rapidly disassembled shortly after that that takeoff. But the estimate on the simulation I got was about 1 kilometer. So if I had actually figured out the problem, that one could have gone up to 1 kilometer. Let me show you this one really quick. I've actually got a collection. Oh, this is a big one. I need. Oh, that's what she said. Oh, this was my my cluster one. You might be able to tell. Let me. Don't know if you can see. Yeah, that fin there is very severely warped. So I left it on the table, and it just melted in the sunlight, which was a real shame. So I had a lovely 3D printed nose cone. Everything was all, you know, ready to go, and then I left it in the sunlight and wrecked. Totally wrecked. Need a GPS tracker to find it. Yeah, I do actually have a bunch of the electronics here, which I'm building in like my own little radio tracker to keep track of it. Mainly because it's slightly cheaper than GPS and a little bit less complicated to do the electronics. So Tigras, greetings! We're getting proper nerdy tonight. So as you can see in the background, today was my... oh, let me get rid of that image. Today was my attempt, my first attempt at a G-class motor. I say attempt because it rapidly disassembled. But just that's thrust off the pad though. I don't want to play the audio because the poor lady that was there filming it for me, it was her first time she'd been to a rocket club. Well, I'll put the audio up quietly. I think I scared the life out of her when the thud of that thrust. Fuck. It's shoot, 3, 2, 1. It's like, fuck. Oh, bless her. I scared the life out of her, I think. She wasn't expecting it. Yeah, at least I realised it was bent before I launched it. You could imagine it if I did it on the day, it would have been crazy. Aramis, it is fantastically fun hobby. It's really cheap to get into. You can get a kit for about £20–30, and that comes with everything in the box. You only need to put batteries into the ignition system, and you're done. You're ready to go. More of a firework than rocket. This one was, yeah. So I'll show you on the image afterwards. See, the thing there that is the problem is at the bottom. So that tube is nose cone end at the top of the image there, and at the bottom you can see there's a grey line down the middle. That was where the fins were attached. You can. Oh, what's that? Did Kerrash say? Can you remember a guy who built a solid fuel rocket with oxygen for controlling the thrust? Yeah, there's see that's a hybrid class motor that you can do. So the propellant can be solid, and then you can control the flow of oxidizer going through the propellant, which gives you your variable control on the thrust. These ones are completely solid propellant, so they're oxidizer and propellant is all mixed together into a special kind of like rubbery substance. APCP it's called. Exactly the same stuff that was on the space shuttle, and it's got a kick. It really has. But yeah, it's fantastic stuff. But you've got no control over it. It goes and it just goes. Like you can see in the image here. If I slow the video down again, we were trying to count it just before you came on. It was something like 4 frames of animation. Here we go. From the button, you can see a puff of smoke in a second. Let's have a look. Come on, a little bit. There's Kerrash bracing himself. Puff of smoke. Whoosh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, probably about 5 or 6 frames. Not sure what the laws are on rockets here, to be honest. Most of them are pretty good in most countries. For the small scale stuff, they've all got the CE certification, so Europe's pretty good on, you know, most places are like. German is actually one of the more lax ones, funnily enough, which is odd. They just kind of let you import anything. North Korea is still safe. Yeah, yeah, we're not quite at that scale yet. As an example, here's some of the other ones I made. This one is a teeny tiny little one. You can see this one. That was 3D printed with a cardboard body tube. It's all printed in one piece on the base there. Printed nose cone. This is kind of like what you'd consider a minimum diameter one. So you've literally just got enough space to put a motor in it. That's it, and it's off. Yeah, it's Tim. My boys named it Tim. The tiny intercept missile. I think we agreed on that. And then we did. Work out. We got the next one. I need to make the camera a little bit. Let's make the camera a little bigger. What have I done? I'm going to end up breaking this. And anyway, let's just stretch the camera out for now. There we go. Get rid of the video. Ha! Crash! So that was our slightly larger one. You can see pretty much every part of it 3D printed. I even had a little screw cap on the end that I 3D printed. Or designed all these pieces myself, like on the old AutoCAD. And you have the old deployment system inside there, the old recovery system, I should say. That one was a pretty successful one. Not a very good altitude on it, but it's quite a heavy tube. But sturdy. It's survived quite a few flights, and this was one of our most successful ones actually. This one's this is a good meter length. Nice big black one. Oh, for sure. So this is Velocity, which you might be able to catch inside that. Oh. So that one's on a D class. Well, the kit is technically B and C, but Kerrash found a way of making it D class. Slight modification and extra altitude. Germany is lax as long as you pointed at England. Oh, don't mention the war. Well, you started it. No, I didn't. You did. You invaded Poland. I'm using PLA at the moment, but after today's experiences, I'm probably going to go to PETG. Yeah. I do has a 3D printer, and I can't get a good picture of my. I've got an Ender 3. It's a fantastic rocket for the money, for what you're getting. It's about £200. Direct from there's a store in the UK which they sell direct from the website. Fantastic rocket, £200, and I think they threw in a couple of reels of plastic with it as well. Really easy to put together, fantastic quality prints out of the box, and customizable as well, flexible. You can kind of swap in components to further improve it for speed or quality, whatever you want to do. Really, really fantastic. Yeah, you got one too. Actually, it's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, you're going to get the 32-bit mainboard. See, there was a guy today. I was supposed to talk to him about it afterwards. I'd have to contact him at the next club meet. But yeah, anyway, back to the drawing board with the rockets. So, these things happen. These things happen. What can I say? Right, we do not have control input. Hang on one second. Let's figure this out. You see, I am absolutely determined to solve this game now. I've got to get it on the high score table. I've not prepared the graphics for the high score table yet. I will do that. I'm thinking something like a Donkey Kong theme for the graphics, something like that. Right, I got to get up here. Get the paint. Avoid the hopping poop, whatever that is. The SKR Mini E3 with the TMC 2209 stepper drivers. Those are gold dust at the moment. Yeah, that is the only problem. Getting hold of the components can be a right pain. That printer looks fancy. Looks big though. Which one got the Ender 3? I mean, I've got it sat on the tumble dryer at the moment, so it's about, you know, it's comfortable in that space there. So Print bed is medium size. Yeah, you get what's it, a 22 square centimeter base, and then about 25 centimeter height you get out of it, which is not bad. I mean, as 3D printers go, that's no, I'm gonna have to restart that. That's a pretty good volume, particularly for the money as well. You want to go any larger than that, it starts getting quite costly quickly. And in most cases, when you're doing prints, when you're doing prints larger than that, you can figure out a way of kind of segmenting out the design so that it's... Oh, what am I doing? You can segment the design somewhat so that you can stick pieces together and get the larger scale that you want. Which I've done on a couple of bits and pieces. And I'm considering it for my next build idea that I've got as well, because I want to rebuild a rocket in the same way that I've built that one that disassembled today. But I want to try and use the printer to make some mold pieces to make a much better, more clean lines on the body. I found it was, as much as the carbon fiber was absolutely fantastic to work with, it wasn't easy to get a nice smooth finish on it without quite a bit of work. He doesn't matter. Hey, Love Eyes! Thank you very much for the host. So kind of you. Apologies for the radio silence just then. I was concentrating on what I'm supposed to do on this next, and I've gone the wrong way, and I've got very limited time to do this. But thank you very much for the host there. Right, I have got it right. He's going to run all the way there and back. I need to do this quickly. Right. Should have a little bit of time before he goes and gets himself stuck again. Although I think he will just keep going around in a circle. If I recall, I think he's just going to go round and round. How are you doing this evening, Love Eyes? We were just absolutely nerding out on some of my other hobbies as well. I mean, as much as I do love retro games, and well, gaming in general, I visited my local rocketry club today and learnt some lessons about how not to construct a very powerful rocket. Things didn't immediately go to plan, but it was still fun. Right, little grey dude's got the paint pot, hasn't he? Let's go pick that up. So I think... yeah, I think that's what I do. If I... yeah, I have to rush over, get the paint pot. How do I get back up to that bit there now? I can't without... I've got to get the paint pot to him somehow. Wasn't there another one on the other side of the level though? Yeah, there is another one there. I don't know how I'm going to get him there. But oh, there's a little grey dude wandering around in the bottom there. So that little dude just let himself out to the exit. Well, thanks for the assistance there. One of those little dudes is going to want... say, I'm assuming that one's going to be for the second grey dude. I'm going to have to color this dude over here. But I need to get to that really quickly. I don't know whether I'm going to have enough time to do that. I don't see how else I can. I'm going to have to throw him up. Oh, I think I'm going to have to throw him up to get the key, let another dude out, and... okay. Alright, no, you're not having that. Stop being a pain. Let's throw him up over there, see if he can steal that little gold key for me, and then I might be able to get the other. I might be able to get the other dude. He's just a happy little Gracie. Ah, no. So I do need to colour that. I need to get that paint pot into there really quickly. I don't know if I've got enough time to get there and get back. And if he drops off that platform, he's dead. Okay, mad rush time. Let's see if we can do it. So what did everyone else get up to today on this fine sunny day, which I'm hoping the camera is not picking up the ludicrous amount of sunburn I am suffering from right now. Lazy Panda! Lovely to see you. How you doing? I hope I can entertain you in Dan's absence. Oh, there's not going to be enough time to get... Unfortunately, is it Germans which then was it? What's that? Turbines frame set? I missed the context of that, Tigger, sorry. Yeah, that got me up there. Right, I need to restart that, I think, because I'm not going to be able to get past that piece there. So, getting closer. Did your PS4 finally update Red Dead Redemption 2? How is Red Dead Redemption 2, actually? Because I see a lot of biased opinions in various places, but I just want a kind of an honest impression of what it's like. You stayed inside where you belong and played games. I don't blame you, Armus. Is it really good, Armus? Oh, that's good. That's good to know. I was concerned it was a little bit meh. Right, now I think there's a trick to this, which I'm missing. Of course there's a trick to this. So if I send him there and he hits that red switch, that is a bad switch. Yet if I throw him up there, let's try that. If I throw him up there, he will bust that platform and hopefully I can do something useful before it. No, he's stolen the paint again. See, that's a pain. I don't know how I'm supposed to get there, steal the paint off the little guy, fill up the paint pot before he comes back. There's nothing I can do over there, is there, at the moment? It's got to be something else to do I'm missing, perhaps on this bit below, where it shows me. Let's go down and have a look, and then I might have to restart the level again. So I'm thinking something associated with this platform, or I've got to drop down here. So once I go down, I can't get back up. Yeah. But what does it let me do? Go here. Lazy Panda, you're good, you're tired, you've been streaming for 3.5 hours and doing some painting. Oh my goodness. Wow, I hope you can sit and chill for a little bit now. Have a chat with us. I've had a busy day as usual. Way too much going on. Kerrash has too many hobbies. This is the problem. Ooh, let's go there. You only started playing it today. Good so far. Oh, that's good to hear you're enjoying it. It's one of those things where it's tricky because you get a lot of kind of like one-sided and biased opinions on things. It's like, is it good? Is it just people bigging it up because of the fanboyism and stuff like that? So, yeah. Right, unknown switch, I don't know what it did. Paint pot, I don't know. No, I definitely want to take that to the other paint bay. I don't want to drop it in there. But we can get back up that way by dropping down. The switch... Right, the switch has boarded off that door there. That seems counterproductive for what we're trying to do. If anything, it's a bit drawn out on this, but the story is solid. That's good. The details are mind blowing, and there's just so much to do in the game. Yeah, I've seen the reports about them animating the horse bulls and expanding in the summer and contracting in the winter and things like that. You need a 4K TV to experience it. No. You need a machine capable of putting out 4K 60 to experience it. When are they doing the PC port? I mean, come on. Right, let's leave that switch, because honestly it seems totally nonsensical to do it. Due to an accident in 1964, it is forbidden. I'm missing the context of what you're talking about, Tig. Sorry, am I just lagging behind the chat there, or is there something I'm missing in context? Okay, so I need to activate that switch to get that. Okay. Please don't get me started on a Rockstar and a hatred of PC. Tell me about it. Yeah. What's the current excuse is something along the lines of, it's like, well, all PC users hack and steal their games or something. Probably. Right, so I reckon I could put the paint pot in there, paint this little dude which is running around in the bottom here. Trouble is getting them out because it's got the wall there. We need a happy little coloured dude. Yeah, we need that guy to do that. Oops. Complicated. 'Tis rather complicated. He needs to be a grey dude to bust that platform so that he takes it down. Then we need a console to support Vulkan, then get the game devs to support Vulkan, then we're golden. Linux life for me. Well, I mean, in a way, the consoles are kind of running like Vulkan gives you that same experience, doesn't it? It's closer to the metal. The only difference is, I think, PC hardware is necessarily more powerful to cope with the overhead of things like that, and I think that's what a lot of people don't realise, is that PC hardware is actually massively powerful. Right, he's got a little cog in his possession, but who are we going to get? Because as soon as I activate that switch, Vulkan is a nightmare for streamers, and the game dev companies want their game streamed. They need to get Vulkan to make an OBS plugin. Yeah. Again, that is the trouble, because you're using non-standard ways of writing to the frame buffers. Then it can cause all kinds of issues with things trying to grab the frame buffers. Makes sense. Hopefully, I hope they do, because it will be a big boost for everyone if they did get their act together. Watching you, Yeti man. Concentrating base. This level stumped me yesterday, but the frustrating thing is I've done it before, and I thus far have remembered every other level perfectly fine. I don't get this one. Oh, damn it. So I'm assuming it's snowballs. I'm assuming it's snowballs, but I can't explain the giant squishy jumping poop thing. That really does look like a giant squishy jumping poop. I don't know. Alright, that definitely does that. I think I want to throw him up onto the second platform there, because if he hits that switch, it's going to activate that platform there, and he won't pick up the paint. But if I can get the paint... See, that's a pain. I can get the paint, I can get the key. I can jump over here once, but I can only go back down here again once. I really don't know how I'm going to get... Unless I go and get the paint. Go and get the paint from the right. Fall down into the hole here. Activate the paint machine. Chuck the little grey dude up on there once to get the second paint pot. Turn him around and chuck him up onto the higher platform here to activate the paint machine. And then I can go back in the hole and get the golden key. I think that's the only way to do it. I'm pretty sure it is. Pretty sure it is. Right, hold that thought. I will be back very shortly, my friends. Duty calls. See, I thought I'd leave the camera on so I couldn't be accused of browsing for the solution or something. Mech Shadow Beast, greetings! Right, I stuffed this. Let's retry it. How you doing today, Mech? Have you had a wonderfully lazy Sunday afternoon? I hope so. Ah! Right, I don't need that yet. I just got this distinct impression that I need to put that little axe thing down there to be dropped before I do this part. It's just going to be one of those levels that is just going to baffle me. We will find the solution. You're good. Back to work tomorrow. Yeah, and no idea when. Oh, whoa! Whoops! Stuff that. Mini Painter Hub. Thank you for the host, buddy. How you doing? I hope you're having a chill evening. Look forward to seeing you streaming again tomorrow. What have you been working on today, actually? I know you said you were painting. I didn't get a chance to ask you what you were working on. What was Max saying? No idea what might go to when you get back. Yeah. Exactly the same for me on a Monday morning. No idea what's going to happen. How have I been? Aramis would have rage quit by now. Well, I know there's a solution. Worse still, I know it's a solution that I have figured out before, and I'm just not remembering it. I will show you how my day has been, Mech. This is fun. Hang on. Let me get rid of the cam. You don't need to see my face. So this was my day. We'll put it up to normal speed because it's a heck of a kick. So we had a nice little rocket launch today. That was like the most powerful rocket I've built so far. Chill evening, sloppy Sundays, slap some paint on a mini. It worked, Mech, in the sense that it left the launch pad. What is hard to tell in this, if I slow this right down, you can see how quickly it leaves. What you can't see is the fact that it rapidly disassembled shortly out of frame. It's all right. I half expected it to happen. There was a here we go. I'll show you the aftermath. The bottom of the tube there, you can see there are no fins left on it. Yes, it needed a lot more space tape. So it experienced a thing called fin flutter, for those who are keen on that sort of thing and understand the tech talk. That's exactly what happened. My own fault. I made a last minute design change because the fins that I had, 3D printed ones, they buckled in the sunlight, believe it or not. They started to concave, which obviously would mean they are just no good. Real pain in the backside that happened. So I quickly went out and purchased some polycarbonate, slapped it on there, and completely forgot to account for the fact that polycarbonate was a lot thinner and hence more flexible. And yeah, it kind of flapped apart. So what happens is the fins will start to oscillate. Imagine it's at very, very high speed, you know. It would start to oscillate. Once they find that frequency, which is their own resonant frequency, they would just shake themselves apart, and that's what happened. All three fins just simultaneously shattered shortly after takeoff. But hey, Turtlebud, greetings! Yes, it was a wee moment. It was so hilarious. The poor lady shooting the video footage for me, I think I scared the life out of her with it. It was a heck of a crack, sudden thud, and it was like, poof, it was up. Good fun, though. Absolutely good. Oh, I just walked straight past the paint pot. Goodness. I only get one shot at that. What's that Tig saying? R-E? Ree! It was kind of a ree moment, yeah. Damn it, wasn't quick enough. Where is that? Oh, this level is gonna kill me, isn't it? Activated the wrong paint machine. Why do I feel like there's something I need to do with that little axe? I know there is. I know there's something I need to do with that. I didn't get time to practice this off stream and kind of figure out the solution, unfortunately. Heard about your debating on being an adult and getting stuff sorted for work, or staying here and painting and hope you don't oversleep. Yeah, I know. I mean, adulting is hard. I don't like adulting either. Hence why I'm reliving my childhood. Childhood, much more fun. On the lurk, playing control. Oh, you've still got access to it. How are you finding it? Is it turning out all right though? Because it did look a really good game. Ah. Really good. Ah, cool, cool. I'll have to check it out. Is anyone else in that game Control? I think it's an Epic Store exclusive at the moment, so... Turtlebutt, you have an adult job now, so you can't be lazy. Get any more at work. Oh, I know the feeling. I unfortunately I have to adult because unfortunately all of the other people that claim to be adults where I work are in fact not very good at doing the whole adulting thing. So yeah. Right, so I've got to chuck him up there. And I've got to stand on there so that he busts that platform, grabs the paint for me. I think we're getting warmer. I think we are. And then what do we need to do? I need to not do that. Need a better adult job. I just need to be surrounded by better adults, I think, so I don't have to do so much adulting. You miss being able to watch streams where you do tech support, though. Is that not possible anymore with what's your current role, or is it you're just too busy with things? I know it's difficult to multitask on things like that sometimes. I do tend to sit and lurk on my bros stream as much as I can, even if work is going absolutely crazy. Lurking away in the background, like lurking in the shadows, like Shia LaBeouf. That song is crazy, I love it. You're only new. Yeah, I think I recall you saying on Dan's stream about you going for that job, Turtlebutt. You're only new there. You've been there 2 weeks. You're testing to see if you can lurk. You'll find a way. You'll find a way of lurking and working. So watching Twitch streams whilst you work. That's the modern day cigarette break excuse, isn't it? Dan knows what I mean. Different job entirely now. You can't. You couldn't get an IT job, so you moved to, when you moved to Somerset from Berkshire. So you're doing some other stuff. Well, that's a shame. Well, hopefully is at least as well paid what you're doing now. I would hope so. What do you folks reckon? Do you think I've got the solution down? Do you think I'm close? I hope so, because this level, man, this level. I reckon this is one of, if not the last ice levels, because this is really, really difficult now. I was saying on the yesterday's stream, wasn't I, the difficulty curve is kind of like a sawtooth. Introduces you to a few new features, and then it kind of gets progressively harder. Then the next world, it's a little easier again. Shoot, wrong button, run, quick. There we go. You miss watching streams in the week now. You work 9 to 5, yeah, proper adulting. Right, I gotta take him round, throw him there. You I can release whilst I'm there. Can't go back down that hole anymore though. He should. What's he gonna do? He's done that platform. Is he now just stuck himself there, or is he going to go back the other way? Yeah, because I think what would happen is if he was still a grey dude at that point, he would drop to his death from that point there, and I wouldn't be able to save him easily. I think if I stand on here, he should go get the gold key for me, and I think we're getting a little bit closer. Keeps me in consoles and games. Do need to upgrade your PC though. Good enough. Good enough of a roll then. What is he doing, and why did he do that? What did he do? I wasn't looking. Did he pick up the key? Did he just ignore it? Whee! Why has he got a... Oh no, don't tell me that. Because I didn't pick up him when he was a little grey dude and get the next paint pot, his pockets were full and he didn't pick up the gold key. You're right, Aramis. It is beginning to become rage-inducing now. Right. You like that turret, but I'm going to have to clip that out. I'm going to clip that audio sound. I'm going to apply it to something for you on one of the emotes. I'm not sure which one to put it on. Maybe like Raid or something. I just get that little dude jumping across the gap. Whee! I need to try and do that. If I get time during a lunch break or something, I'll try and clip that out for you. That's why I was enjoying Divinity last night, nice and chill. Yeah, it looked really awesome, mate, yeah. And when you said it was turn-based as well, I was like, oh, that sounds even better. Because that's the one thing, I mean, I love the dungeons and stuff on Diablo 3, I thought it was great, but the whole loot-based system, so it didn't appeal to me. That looked really awesome, actually. I was very tempted. Tempt me no further with thy vile games. I got too many games to play, man. Kerbal 2's coming out soon as well. I'm gonna play Kerbal 2 to death. You guys know that's gonna happen. I think I got something like about 2,000 hours on the first Kerbal Space Program. It's getting up there with Elite, man. Weirdly, you're not a fan of turn-based combat, but you really like this one. Yeah, see, I find that with some games as well. Like, I would anticipate that I'm not going to enjoy it because it's not my preferred genre. Doesn't really have anything in I like it. And when I get playing it, I'm like, this is really good. It was the same with Skyrim. When I first played Skyrim, I was kind of like not really into. I played a little bit of some of the earlier Elder Scrolls games, but I wasn't sure. Everyone was raving about Skyrim before it came out, and then I played it. I'm like, this is really good. They really did the roleplay aspect as well. Oh, I didn't get to see much of that. I'm gonna watch some videos now. Well, not now, but I will watch some videos at some point in the near future. Oh, good point, Turtlebot. Sorry, I missed that. Yeah, I just need to do an exclamation mark. Whee! As a special emote. I think I need to do one more stream this week in order to unlock emotes. Because strangely, even though I've got way enough followers by a long shot, the current system for affiliates was introduced long after I took a break from streaming, so I haven't met the basic requirements for affiliates yet. We'll get it sorted, don't worry. We'll get it sorted. Right, and then here, boom. You will abuse it by all means, Turtlebot. I'll make a special permissions class just so you can abuse the Wiimote. That's what. Yes, we're gonna call it Wiimote. Something 30s. Greetings. Welcome to the stream. Ooh, I messed that up. Let me just turn this little dude around. This timing critical. There we go. Did you play Elite Dangerous days, or you wait for new stuff next year? I'm still playing it on and off, not as much as I used to, but I don't think there's much content to stream in it at the moment. I know a lot of people are talking about the carriers and things like that coming in, but they're not in yet. I know that in 2020 there's going to be a big update coming, so hopefully when that comes out there'll be a lot of stuff we can have fun streaming. I hope so anyway. I haven't stopped playing ED at all. It was just lots of really, really bad life stuff got in the way and stopped me streaming. So unfortunate, but them's the breaks. Hopefully, I can get back into things. This is kind of my breaking the ice again streams. I mean, kind of it's getting back to basics, because when I started off doing the streaming, I was playing 16-bit games. I was playing Frontier on the Amiga. That was the main point of the streams I was doing. So yeah, it was the beginning. I've gone back to the beginning. Crash Reborn. Nice to see you enthusiastic about streaming games and geeky stuff again. Thank you. It is lovely to reconnect with the community, and I feel bad that I haven't been able to stream in the last couple of years. Like I said, it's been really difficult. I've had a very tough couple of years, and getting over things now, getting my life back on track, doing what I enjoy. I think that's the only thing that anyone can ask for, really. Whoop. So that's that little dude there, which I'm gonna obviously. He's gonna go up there. See, I reckon I do need to put that little axe on there. But the question is, how is that little dude? He's not going to be able to get through that door, is he? We're getting warmer. Turtle, but you honestly don't want to leave, but you love that noise. I will clip it for you. I will somehow transform that into an emote for you, my dear. Definitely. We'll get it sorted. Hopefully, when you join the stream next time, you'll have a wee emote. One way or another, I'll figure out a way of doing it. I've got chatbot there in the bottom, that sort of thing. Oh, he is stuck now, and I am stuck. How are we going to do that? This is what I was worried was going to happen. We get all this way, and now it's like, well, we're both stuck. We can't. I can't get back up. He can't get down there to bust that little thing. So I need that key, and that key was in that thing. Damn it! Damn it! No need to be sorry. I know it's in my nature, isn't it? It's the Canadian in me. Oh, I'm talking about. Lazy Panda, you are back from a weird experience. Is it safe for work? Not that we care here. I mean, we do have the adult filter on, so that's fine. That's fine. Tell us. We are intrigued now. What was your weird experience? How else are we going to do this? Right, let's have a look at what we've got available. So I can press the red button there to unlock that little latch and perhaps get that key, which is the one we want. We want that key first. Unfortunately, I chuck that little dude up there, he turns around much quicker than I can latch the little latch. So Aramis, you really missed the Friday night's crash landing with Elite Dangerous. Things your favourite time. Oh, thanks, mate. Yeah, it was. I loved doing it as well. Like I said, it was great to connect with the community and get everyone else's opinions on it as well. And you know, because it was nice to go through the newsletter and kind of find out what the community thought of it. And as much as I could, I would always feed that back to the guys at Frontier as well. And I kind of miss that connection because in a way, it's like I feel like a lot of it's. Not that I don't hold myself entirely responsible for that, but I feel like a lot of the things at the moment are kind of out of touch with what the community is pushing for. You know, there's a lot of things going on at the moment which are like, is that really what we want? You know, like, but hey ho. First community feeling we had, it was lovely. It was really nice to do. I enjoyed it anyway. Shall I go to party? I feel tired. Let's tune into the crash stream now. Nah, it was lovely that everyone did that. Like I said, it was it was nice to connect with everyone. Is he gonna snuff it if I let him drop down there? No, he doesn't. Okay. Did that adjust anything else though by letting him hit that red switch? Let's go check, see if anything else changed. I think it did, didn't it? Put that switch there. I still can't get at that switch without hitting that switch. Oh, crikey, Lazy Panda, I think I fainted, but I'm very confused as I went black. Oh, next thing I know, I was on the floor next to the muffin bucket. Holy crap, are you okay, Lazy Panda? Yeah, holy crap. I hope you're okay. I've done that so many times before myself. Low blood sugar tends to do that to me, and I'll stand up too quickly. Well, I hope you're alright. Just try and sit calmly and get your bearings again. Mindwipe, hey, greetings! You need to see your Facebook and play the video link. Oh, cool. Ah, cool, yes. I'll go on my Facebook. I did get a load of links off everyone last night as well. I was going through all the ones. XRG put some great links up. About the guys that found the original Amiga 4000. They built the Worms videos on the cutscenes. Got you right shook up, Lazy Panda. Yeah, I mean, take it steady. Honestly, it's scary when things like that happen. I had a lot of issues with things like that myself, and it's not a nice feeling at all. There's got to be something I'm missing on this bit. Got to be. Yeah, get yourself checked out. Definitely agree with something. There it is. There, you need to look after your health. Definitely. You fainted once when you had the flu. Oh, yeah, you feel bad enough with the flu anyway, and you have something like that on top, and it just knocks it out of you. We can share that video. It's shareable now, so you're not going to get into trouble for sharing that one. Then I will try and get it up on the minute. Like I don't have the frame set up for a browser capture at the moment, so this is doing me a hecking confuddle. And that's the bit I don't understand as well, is why is there that extra little platform sticking out on the end there for him to walk over? Because it doesn't make a great deal of difference. Is it just intended to confuse, or... See, now I haven't got enough time to take that paint pot up there. Oh, I suppose I could. I can put it in first, couldn't I? Dave Lowe gave you the thumbs up. Sweet. We got it from the big man himself. I did see his name on credit for... Oh, it was IK Plus as well. He did the songs for IK Plus. I was going to say, I was flicking through some of the other games I had the other day, and I saw his name crop up on the credits for some other games. Feels like a time skip or something. Oh my god, Lazy Panda. If you really feel like you've kind of had a blackout like that bad, I think you really do need to get yourself checked just in case. It could be quite bad. Worried about you now. Gotta go off and sleep. Yeah, no worries, Lazy Panda. Yeah, take it steady, please. Take care of yourself first. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. Just stay in touch, and I'll see you either here or on Dan's stream. Make sure you're okay. Yeah, go and have a lay down. You got someone with you, yeah? Low oxygen or low blood sugar level. Yeah, I would say the same myself. I'm familiar with that feeling. It's not nice. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, you take care. We'll see you again soon. Right, are we gonna get closer to the goal? So we've got one little coloured in dude there. We've got one little dude waiting for the exit. We've got the key to the third dude here. I can put the axe onto the platform to drop it down for him. We are getting warmer. Turtlebutt, certainly you can ask a favour, by all means. How can I help you? Any chance you can clip out that sound and make it a notification for your phone? Yeah, definitely. I'll have a chat with. I'm sure Dan's got a way of contacting you, yeah. Because I can get it to Dan, and then Dan can get it to you. I expect. Ooh, hang on, I gotta get this little dude up here. Sorry, my brain's on concentration. If I don't throw him up there, I'm gonna get stuck, not being able to lift him up to the exit. But yeah, I can certainly clip that little. What I'll do is I'll try and cut out the background audio as well, so it's nice and clean. You just get that sound effect for you. Yeah, we can get it on Facebook message or something. No problemo. No problemo. Right, he is now. There you go. He's gonna run off to the left. Right. What's he gonna do now? Right, I need to do this quick, I think, otherwise that little dude's gonna get trapped. Oh, sod it, we'll take the damage. Not the end of the world, I just want to get the level done at this point. Right, I think he's chopped away at the exit, the entrance of that last cave. Yeah, the guy's coming out. It may work better if you hear that sound now and again. Right, he can't do that because he doesn't have the cog. Is that little grey dude going to successfully colour in though? That's the question. Please don't break the ice. Yeah, I do love little things like that. I used to have the like all the lemming sounds and all that kind of stuff on my phone at one point. Oh, really? Really? You're going to pull that number on me that, well, I've got the cog and you've got the cog and he hasn't got the cog, so I can't get the cog. Really? What are you supposed to do then? Are you saying that I have to do that entire sequence again because I need to pick up the grey dude and steal the cog off him? Oh, Aramis. Right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, do we remember the sequence? Because it'd be a right kerfuffle to do it all again. Are you ready? Right. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do it. Go Crash. Go Crash. It's your birthday. Has paint, must follow. Come back here. Oh, I wonder if the techno levels are next. I love those ones. Right, he's safe there whilst I go put paint in, isn't he? Yeah. There you go, turtle butt. Giggle every time. I know it's little things like that. They catch me out as well. They like little animation. There was that one on that one level where there's like tree branches that would occasionally trip you up. This whoop, he falls flat on his face. I just love it. Cracks me up. Come on, you can be really evil on this as well. As if I jump off that thing, I can squash the guy with the door. I can't possibly be that mean to the little guy though. He's helping me out. Plus, you lose the level instantly. This game needs a reboot, doesn't it? Right, we are getting warmer. We are almost there. Right, key. Oh, you son of a monkey. Boop. Right, now we gotta get it right. Come on, I ain't in the mood for rushing around. Grab your axe. Right, go chop that down for us. Right, see if we've got it. We got it done this time. That's really mean. If you don't notice that that grey dude down here picks up the cog on the first attempt, you know, before you start moving, if you don't notice that, you're pretty much screwed because you'll be sat there wondering, well, where's a cog to fix that last ladder? Perhaps I should make a version of this on like Unity or something. That would be a cool project. Maybe the stream can morph into a coding stream every now and then, and we can rebuild the classics. Right, jump it down there. Do I have enough time to? Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. Boop, boop. Where's that little dude? He's in his cave. We got plenty of time. We are cooking on gas. Whee! Uh-oh. Right. Craig, hang on. We have an emergency going on. I'm gonna leave it here. Hopefully things work out. Oh, dearie, dearie, dearie me. We had nosebleed situation then. But the little dude made it to the exit. We're done. We're done. Ah, yes. Left done. QJNGVP 3BQK. Let's see if we get. Oh, it's another one of these levels. Hype in the chat. Hype. Thanks, Alien. Thank you very much. I'll put that down in the notepad. Save away. I have the complete collection of level codes. The Three Amigos. Oh, I vaguely recall this one. Right, silver key on that door to the right. We need one of the little dudes to push this thing here so we can jump up, because we can't reach it otherwise. Might as well carry the paint pot now. Right, I can jump this gap, but we need to fill in the spaces before the little dudes can go across. I got 2 paint pots, and they're all evil little dudes. Yeah. Oh, this level. Do 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 do. Why do I get the impression that I don't want to fill the paint pot on that one? Right, that lets me. Yeah, oh, right, okay. So there are 3 keys on the level, and all 3 keys open up all 3 doors, and you have to decide to open the correct one. Nosebleed, you can relate that, can you, Mech? Yeah, not too bad. He does have terrible issues with nosebleeds. He's had some really, really bad ones in the past. He's had his tonsils out since, which did help, actually. That seemed to solve a lot of problems there. Master 303, greetings! I am all good. A little bit sunburnt from today's fun activities, but other than that, doing well. I hope you are too. Let's see what this switch activates if I go ahead and knock on there. What have we got? Right, no additional platforms. Oh yeah, I vaguely remember. Right, so if we let the top dude out first, I can hold this button down so he can go through the door. He'll pick up the paint pot. He will then carry on trundling along. He'll hit those 3 buttons. Pop, pop, pop. I don't want to let him fall down into that gap. He'll hit those 3 buttons in a row. And I will have to quickly get over there. Oh my goodness. I don't have the speed to do that though. Well, only one way to find out. I'll leave that there so I can grab it on the way back. You good? You're playing Star Citizen and watching me play retro. Sweet. Well, how is the new build of Star Citizen actually? Because I've not had a chance to play it in a long, long time. I don't know how far it's come along. Last time I played it, not a great deal had changed, so I'm just still waiting in anticipation for that to drop. You got good at rolling 2 sheets of toilet paper into a tight wad to stuff up your nose. I used to be the same when I was in school. Oh, I used to suffer terrible. I think that's where he gets it from me. Right, here we go. It's all about the timing, so I apologise if I missed the chat for a second. I gotta go 3, 2, 1. Oh! Damn it. That's that stuffed. Used to get about 3 every time we had a cold. Yeah. Still the same, something 30s, is it? The latest build of Star Citizen? That's a shame. I know there's a lot of, us and them versus attitude in some people in the communities there, which is just stupid. I don't get it. At the end of the day, they're both games. But it's a shame that it's not coming along as quickly as they promised. I want it to be as good as they promised. I want that killer game they've said that we can get out of it. you do like it, but you are testing playing so they get enough data. I think that's the only thing you can really do at this stage. I'm kind of avoiding playing too much of it because I don't want to spoil what may come of it, whilst I'm still waiting for it to be a thing, if that makes sense. Last time you took Space started, you had to try flying to Loreville and kept crashing. The game lags too much of it. Yeah, again, that's the problem with a game at that stage of development, is it's not really ready for public consumption where it is at the moment. So it's wrong to judge it like a game which is out for release, because I know a lot of people do that. It's like, oh, it's terrible, doesn't it? It's like, well, they're very clearly stating it's an alpha, so you've got to treat it like an alpha. But they don't help themselves if they then go and advertise it as like, oh, it's out and ready for you to play now. Play the alpha in tiny quotes. It's all about perception. That's marketing for you. Oh, right. Let's concentrate on the timing. Right, we've got to grab him really, really quick. You, sir, turn around. I'm pretty sure we can colour him now. I'm pretty sure we can. Let's do it. See what happens. Paint pot. You have no crashes. It will be a killer gap. I hope it will. I have learned to temper my expectations, particularly on like crowdfunded in Kickstarter type things, because about 50% of the Kickstarters that I've backed have failed. Oh, and you're not going to push that little platform for me. You're just going to expect me to lift you up. Fine. Yeah, and I think that's you know, it's a bad idea to get so caught on the idea that something is going to be fantastic, because you just don't know. Nobody knows at this stage. It's just, I think it's just a case, just be patient, see if it's good. Too early to say, you know. Star Citizen isn't a great game yet, and it has too many bugs for you to enjoy it. And I think that's the thing. It's not really a game yet. Like I said, it's just an alpha test, and that's the issue that we're facing. Really, is you can't really look at it as you know, oh, look how amazing it is. It's like, well, it's not technically a playable game at the moment. So right, I think, yeah, if I let this dude out, he can jump across that platform now. Play it now. Buy the ships. One-time special stuff. Yeah, that's the trouble. That's where they fall into this trap of this marketing thing. Is they're desperately trying to sell the game and campaign as if it's a complete product which you can get and you can play and enjoy and all that kind of stuff as a, you know, a money-making exercise effectively. But it's not. It's an alpha. It's a demo. It's a you know, what do they call it? Early access. But they're not kind of admitting that it is an early access unless it suits the narrative of what they're trying to push, you know, and that's where I find it's a little bit. I mean, that's marketing people for you. It's like they're always dishonest to a degree if that means they can push their product. Still enjoy it, even at this state. No other game has that detail. See, I would question that. I'm not being particularly, you know, negative on it in that sort of respect, but I did have a quick play with it, and in a few respects, it was like things like when you got into the surface of the city world, you know, the fully built up city world, and they quoted, oh, this amazing level of detail. When you actually start looking through all the little bits and pieces that the cracks start to show, if you know what I mean. You start to notice that there are gaps in the graphics that they've done. Things like the hover car lights going around in the city and stuff. If you actually look close to them, they're just like really basic little textures. There's nothing special about them. Still want to know where the $100 million plus has gone to, and they're still raising money for it. Yeah, it's tricky because I know, I mean, game development is expensive. There's a lot of a lot of money, but then GTA cost a lot of money, and they're talking about doing GTA on a stellar scale, so it's they've made a rod for their own back there, really. I don't see them being able to deliver what they wanted to deliver without a double what they've currently raised easily. Shouldn't the walrus press those buttons as it moves over them? It's like, yes, but physics aren't really a thing in 16-bit games, are they? I just realised I've released that dude and I've got no way of controlling him. What am I doing with him? Ah, no! What have I done? Oh, no, no, no. I can't move the map at the same time. The money is going to making the tools. Remember, they had to build a studio, and they had no money. Did the Crytek law case go against them? So I don't want to get into the middle of this argument. Kerrash, do I have Star Citizen? Yes, I backed it before I backed Elite Dangerous. Actually, I have access to it. The initial package, before it was even a Kickstarter. I jumped on the bandwagon early. Bye bye, Turtlebutt. You gotta go be an adult. Lovely to see you. Bye. I'll get that sound bite over to you as soon as possible. There we go. I don't have it installed. I've got it installed on my main PC. I don't have it installed on here. So, Grumtastic is raiding with a party of 3. Thank you, Grumtastic. I appreciate the raid. We're just taking a break because I realised I may have screwed this level up. I'm gonna have to send this little dude back across the platform, I think. What do you guys think of Everspace and Everspace 2? I played it briefly. I didn't play a lot of Everspace, to be honest. It was good. Dog's dreaming. Right, how am I going to get that little dude across there onto the platform? I don't know how I'm going to do this. I think I've broken this level, so I don't care if I take the full damage. Let's go and have a look at what else we can do. We don't have another paint pot. Can't get to the silver key. I can't hit that switch to get up there. I need to get the other little dude across to get up to there. This is where I think I've done it in the wrong order. Pretty sure I've done this in the wrong order now. Actually, you got it afterwards, but you have access to Squadron 42 and Star Citizen Online when they release. Like I said, I mean, I'll be happy when something does actually come of it, but that is the question, isn't it? That little dude's gonna get stuck. I think I've done that in the wrong order. Let's go back. Sentinel! Ah, fantastic Sentinel! Ah, lovely to see you. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's caramba, great to see you back. It's great to see all you folks back on here as well. It is lovely to get in touch with everyone again. It really is. On my way to that affiliate, which is crazy. They brought in the affiliate rules long after I took a break from streaming, so it's let me do another paint now. Yeah, so I just got to do one more stream, and I should get the affiliate status on that. Sorry, I've missed a bit of this. Yeah, all the old crews here, yeah? All the original crew. Regarding the next phase of Elite Dangerous, what are your top 3 wish lists? My wish list probably is not going to happen, but my wish list would definitely be the usual suspects, the atmospheric flight, or at least flight available on more planet types, because I think that's what is It's missing that at the moment. I want the urge to explore things, and I think that would really help, having some more interesting planet types to explore. Definitely Leet Feet, which everyone was talking about, at least to some limited degree. I would like to be able to go around and fix and repair my ship whilst I'm traveling between places like Super Cruise and stuff like that. That would be good. Top 3 though. Panther Clipper. Where's my Panther Clipper, Alex? I want my Panther Clipper. You rebranded that last year before you started streaming again. Ah, I got to make sure. I'm pretty sure I am still following you, but I will double check. It's good to see you're still carrying on with the streaming now. How's things going? Is it going well for you? What's that? Actually, ended it. Oh, so I've missed some of the bits. You want more types of SRV? Yeah, that would be cool as well to have more SRV types, definitely. Oh, was that all I really missed on that last run through? Is I didn't pick up the paint pot from the. Oh, this game can be so frustrating. I love it to bits, but it can be so frustrating. Do this horrible jump timing bit again. There we go. Whew, whew, whew. What's that? Oh, mind wipe. Speaking of Elite Dangerous arcs, yeah. That's a bit of a controversial topic I've seen on some things. What Frontier should do is just put that about on all the games. Jurassic World Planet, earn arcs, spend them in game, and you'd support that. Yeah, I think it's good the way they've done it is the fact that you can earn them in game without any additional. You know, you don't have to buy them. You can earn them in game. I think that's the right way to do it. And that's the only good way you can do like that cosmetic upgrades with a a monetary boost. Because it's not pay to win then. Still, it's kind of avoiding that pay to win, which I know David really doesn't want us for any kind of pay to win. Which one did I do first? Was it the top guy or the bottom guy? I think it was the bottom guy, wasn't it? And the paint pot is... Oh no, I've done it again, haven't I? I've done it again. Let me... Because that little dude's just jumped at that platform. Where is he? No, he's there. Right, so before he goes in that doorway, I can grab him quickly and get the paint pot off him to finish, to save the other guy, because that's what I screwed up on the last one. Again, you can only carry one item at a time, so if you carrying an item, you pick up a dude, you don't get the item. It'd be good if they had a little icon over their head to show what they're carrying or something, but hindsight. It's funny, it's little things like that that today you wouldn't get away with in games design. Like it would have to be sorted from the UI perspective, otherwise they get so many people complaining. Jump over there, so that's why I missed a lot of the chat. I apologise. You're pretty good. You don't play much Elite anymore. I see your name and I'm thinking Sentinel in the back of my head. You don't play Elite anymore, but you're playing a game called Scum. I've heard of that. Fun but buggy at the mo. Watch you play a little bit. I'm going to have to try and catch some of your streams playing that. Capped at 400 per week, though, and we don't know how much interaction is needed. Yeah, is it? It hasn't been released yet. I think I've seen the beta, maybe? I don't know whether there's a beta, whether I'm supposed to say that I've seen the beta. I can't remember. But I think on it, you can play Jurassic World, spend them on it. Oh, you mean like a cross game in-game currency? That's an interesting idea. Yeah, like frontier money. I could see how that might work. Defo. It would be brilliant. Yeah, I agree. I think that's a good way of doing it. You can earn in-game money, but if you are, I was going to say lazy, but if you are unable to make said contribution to game, you could purchase them to you. Save yourself time. I think that works all right. I think it's an interesting compromise. I think it might solve the problems they're trying to get there. Because it's something, at the end of the day, they're a business. They want to make money. They want to try and you know, sell something there that people are going to want to get. But again, they really want to avoid that pay to win aspect and making it something which is going to be you know, not a fun thing for people to be on the receiving end of a pay to win purchase, aka getting someone buying a massive boost in power. There won't be beta for September update. Oh, is it just going to go straight? Is it? They are only 29p more than the store equivalent, are they? I've not been able to check Ant's videos in a while, actually. I'm still subbed to him, but been really crazy busy. Releases in a few days. Scum VM is awesome for playing Space Quest. Oh, yeah, see, I've got a couple in Scum VM that we can play. I've got both the Simon the Sorcerers, fantastic games those, and Beneath the Steel Sky. I've got the original discs for those 3 games. So fingers crossed I can get those working in Scum VM at some point. Get them streaming. The Xbox rates, there's a potential they could change on the Xbox ones. It depends on if there's a Microsoft tax that needs to be applied to it. Frontier needs to cover the transaction cost or something like that. Then they might have to put it into the cost of the game. If only skins were shared over shared accounts. Yeah. Again, this is the trouble. There's a lot of issues with any kind of cross-platform integration like that. One game you're waiting for is Doctor Who: The Edge of Time. Yeah, I saw that trailer. That looked pretty cool. I just like this, being able to look inside the TARDIS in VR and see the room bigger than it is on the outside. I think that's just so cool to look at. Actually seeing it for yourself, that must be a really weird experience. And the Beyond the Steel Sky. OMG, I really cannot wait for Beyond the Steel Sky. I loved the original Beneath the Steel Sky, which I can't wait to get to that one in the back catalogue of games. Full Throttle on the Amiga. You know, I'm not sure if I have that disc, but I know what you mean. It's a great game. Which one was that? Road Rash was Mega Drive, wasn't it? Pretty sure it was. Right, they're going to hit both of those buttons for me, which is going to allow me to pick up Little Dude. You should try you should try to get King's Quest working again. That was your favourite of the Quest games. Oh yeah, King's Quest was good. My weight from your channel, I would never have guessed that you're a DW fan. You think? Oh, what's this little dude doing? Come on. What's he doing? What are you doing? Oh, really? He's got to trigger that. That was a bug. They did an update on the rates. They said, "Oh, thank you, something. I'll try and check out that link." I don't know if many of you have spotted, but I did. I spoke to Brett and I requested to take a break from moderating on the forums as well. With everything going on in my life, it was I just couldn't give it the time and the attention that it needed, to be honest. And I felt really awful hanging around and not really supporting the team. So I thought it made sense for me to take a break from the moderating. Road Rash was awesome, it was, yeah. Full Throttle on the Amiga. Yeah. Played that game for 8 hours straight when you got it, yeah. Massive Trek and DW fan. So Mindwipe, what are your thoughts on the new Picard series? I'm hoping it's gonna bring things back in line with how they should be. It does look promising, because I wasn't a great fan of Discovery. I understand what they were trying to do with it. They were trying to take that alternate timeline and make something interesting out, like the Calvin timeline, but it didn't gel for me. I'm really hoping Picard series brings it back on track. Scum VM AGA back in 2010 allowed you to play full throttle, and if you get the files and the oh yeah, because Scum VM supports the ADF. Mindwipe said that, yeah. Did I say goodbye to Brett? As Brett, I don't know if he's announced anything. I don't want to say anything out loud. Caramba, you're so looking forward to Picard after the nonsense of Star Trek Discovery. The only good thing about Star Trek Discovery is the acronym was appropriate. STD. Two minds about Discovery. Yeah, like I said, I get where they were going. They were trying to kind of explore this, this alternate timeline and do something interesting with it, but kind of stuffed it. They had too much of a agenda-driven BS shoving down your throat sort of thing. And I hate that. It's like, let's just make good stories, good characters, make it interesting. Stop it doing these BS things where people are trying to ram some agenda down your throat and tell you how you should be acting and stuff. I don't care. Give me a good story. Give me good characters. Give me something interesting. So it's been announced. It is publicly announced. Yeah, I've spoken to Brett privately on the side about him leaving Frontier. It's a massive shame because he's a huge credit to that team. He's done so much, way and beyond his role. He was only supposed to be doing some aspects of it, but he ended up practically rebuilding the entire web design of the whole forums and all that kind of thing. He's done so much for them. It's a massive shame he's leaving. JJBS's alternate, yeah, I'm not a fan of the whole Calvin timeline or whatever it's called. That's the point. You need to see where the next season of Orville is. See, I've seen lots of clips of Orville. It looks absolutely fantastic, and I know lots of people have already watched like however many seasons there, and I'm so far behind I haven't even watched anything. I will set aside a weekend and I will binge watch every episode at some point. Brett was the forum manager, yeah, it's right, Alien. Like I said, it was a massive shame that he's not going to be there anymore. It's disappointing, I think, is the best way I can put it. The new ship 890 Jump has a bottle of champagne called Jean Luc. I like little references like that. And there's is the towel reference? I think that's for Hitchhiker's Guide, wasn't it? You're so disappointed they underused Michelle Yeoh in Discovery. Was looking forward to her leading the show. Yeah, it was funny. They killed her off quite quickly, didn't they? And didn't they try to bring her back at some point because they went through like some alternate timeline thing? I don't know. It got really confusing, and I wasn't really enjoying it. Only 2 seasons, well worth a watch. Yeah, I need to find the time to do it. I'm gonna sit and binge watch it one weekend. No clear numbers yet. Oh, on the ARCs thing, yeah. But at least guides how much the ARCs thing is going to cost. What's that? It takes crash landing and Moxon. Was that dozen? Moxon 9 years to P. Comedy 101 with head nods, but at the same time has a lot more Trek than Trek. I follow about 50% of that, sorry. Good show is Orville. Yeah, I want to watch it. Sorry, Alien. I don't like to put bad news out there, but yeah. Right, that dropper is gonna be for me to take 2 items there. So obviously I've done that wrong. I need to go and get 2 items. Right, one of them's going to have to push that ice block into there so I can get there and get back. Okay, we're just going to explore a little bit then. So I have the key available. Did I have a paint pot or something? So I've got key there to let the grey do out. I've got a limited amount of time before he's going to fall down that platform. But this is the trick. I think I can. Yeah, it's going to be no good in there. I can take him all the way to the start there, drop him so he goes off to the left. He will happily trundle all along there. I'll have that entire distance to get back. I don't know what that key in his cell is, but that's the one I need to get. Chris Viking! Greetings! Things are going well. We've got past a few more levels. I'm determined to beat this damn game at some point. Mirror Universe rubbish. Yeah, XOG. Yeah. I will say, actually, no Chris Vikings in shot. Let's quickly switch back to the content view. You don't want my ugly giant campus. This was what I was doing today, which is why I look a little sunburned. Oh, let's speed it up a little bit. Been playing around with the speed, which we were trying to judge the velocity of this damn thing. Boom! Suffice to say, it was quite fast. And it rapidly disassembled. Unfortunately, I had to go pick up the pieces from the field, but never mind. You live and learn. It was good fun. It really was. I scaled up from a D was the biggest motor I'd done before. Each letter you go up in the alphabet, it doubles in power. I wanted to put together something with a couple of like cluster motors with some like a quad, so that I could mix and match a couple of different motors on there. And I was going to go 2D, so it would be like an E, and then 4D, so it would be like an F. And I wanted to build up. Unfortunately, that one suffered a melting in the sun incident and was unusable on the day, so I had to go straight to the G class one, which I had zero experience putting together, and it kind of just it did a thing, and that thing went in several different directions at the same time. When do I do multi-stage? See, I have considered multi-stage. I do have the motors for a multi-stage, but it is legitimately a pain in the backside to get a successful ignition on a multi-stage. It really is. Because I don't know, I mean, I don't want to tell everyone how to suck eggs. I don't know how much experience everyone in the chat has with model rocketry, but typically what you have is you can buy your little motors in your local model shop. Oops. In your local model shop, you get the little motors. They have the propellant in the bottom, which you ignite first, and then the top you'll have like a delay, which slowly burns, and then there's a gunpowder charge, poof, like that, and it blows out the top. The reason for that is it pushes the end of the nose cone off, so you can kind of push your parachute or something like that. In a multi-stage, you have to aim to get that gunpowder release to blast up into the bottom of the motor above, in the hope that the embers from the gunpowder will ignite the motor above. And it really is a cross your fingers and hope that physics is not hating you that day. That's all I can say. It is a bitch. It really is. So yeah, I've got the motors for it. I just haven't actually planned to how to do it yet. Right. Which dude is that? So that's the dude on that thing. Mindwarp, still waiting for me to play Treasure Island Dizzy. I do have it. Which one? Amiga or Specky? I think Amiga would probably be the better version to play, to be honest. It was a little bit more polished than the Specky version. As for rocketry, you missed the Enterprise drone you had. Oh no! Long surrounds device. Oh no! They're really cool though. I've seen some of those. They're awesome. XOG, so very much like your Kerbal rockets. Yeah, it is. At that sort of scale, it's like 50% success rate at best. Right. What do I have to do now? I've only got one item. There's a locked door. Why do I get the distinct impression I'm forgetting something? Well, let's try it. Let's see how far we get. Ah, ha 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 ha. Oh, it's a pain in the backside. That one can go on on the platform. That one won't allow me to go on the platform. All the while, that little grey dude is... Oh, come on. He's wandering ever closer to his death. Right, you are released. Where's that little grey dude? How much time do we have left? Come on. Right. Right, come on, we haven't got much time. I will check the chat again. I say it's one of those timing critical things again. So very much like your Kerbal Rockets, yeah. Still got your Thunderbird 2 drone. Cool, cool. I really want to try and get to one of the next meetups and have a catch up with you guys. Oh, right, he's got the cog to fix that. But if he goes, oh shoot, I can chuck you up, get out of the way, and hope and pray that they're going to fix this in time. You haven't played Kerbal anyway. Oh, Chris Viking, Kerbal Space Program 2 has been announced, so definitely go and check it out if you can. Nebulous was a great game on Amiga. Oh, you'll have to remind me of that one, 303. Come on, I'm running out of time. I am running out of time. Where is that little dude? I'm not gonna have enough time. Yeah, he's gonna fall down the pit. How can I seriously get that in time? Oh, that is so annoying. You love your drones when using your printer to print frames and break them soon after. See, this is the thing with the model rocketry. As much as it's great having the 3D printer, I think I've got more broken nose cones than I've got serviceable ones. Nebulous was awesome, and the music on the model game was classic. I need to go check it out. I may know it, but at the top of my head right now, I can't recall it. See, I'm very tempted. Now Chris Viking said that about the KSP. I'm very tempted to make my next one have like a little jeb in the nose cone or something. I'll 3D print a little jeb. Maybe it'll give me some good luck. You do know about KSP2? Yes, it looks interesting. You don't think it was as hardcore as some people, so I'm not sure I get around to playing it or playing it as much. Yeah, that's what kind of worries me, is it because it's supposed to be that kind of like follow-on where they're kind of more colonizing and exploring the system, building bigger bases and things like that. So I'm a little bit dubious about whether I'm going to be any good at that, because I never really got that far on KSP. For the thousands of hours I was screwing around with it, I only just did basic launches and things most of the time. Nebulous, a green ball climbing a tower, walking around inside. Yeah, I may remember that one. Actually, you remember using software to search memory to pull mods from games. Oh, yeah, that's possible. That's one of the things you can do. WinUAE is pretty good at doing that, actually. You know? Mindwipe, yes, I do. I have an Ender 3 Pro, which is not the best, but for the money, it is fantastic. You didn't get that far either. You don't think you ever attempted to get to the moon? Oh no, I've got a little bit further than that. Then I mean, I've landed on a few of the planets. You can get them into orbit and then they're stuck there. Oh, you're going to get me to make your cutter. Oh yeah, if you can get the files for the cutter. I've got the files for the Sidewinder and the Python, and I'm behind on getting it printed out. I need to get one printed out because my bruv is going to paint one up really nice. Python's his favourite ship. I need to get it down to him, and he's going to paint it on his stream, I think, as well. So. Yes, I have the Pro version. You've got the base one, but it's heavily modified. The Pro's not a great deal difference, but at the time they had like a sale on, and it was like virtually no monetary difference. So I was like, yeah, grab it. And I've done a few mods on it. And that's the great thing about it, is what other product can you get out of the box and use it to modify itself? It's fantastic. I love it. The Ignis in 3D print would look beautiful. Oh, you have to link me some pictures of some of the things you want printed, Mindwipe. I'll try and get some sorted for you. It's with either you or Nocti. Nocti has got a lot of the files already, actually. So if Nocti is on the end of a blower for you and he can print some of these things, then he can probably get it done quicker and in better quality than myself, because he has a lot more experience with doing the printing than I do, I must admit. I can get most of the basic stuff done, but I am not an expert like he is. Right, so we know key is off in that room. I'm wondering why we've got that little platform down there. I wonder... Let's just experiment a little bit on this section here, I think. So that's him, but he is effectively stuck at that point. I swear it's just that this is one of those levels I remember where it's just like you've got 0 time to do it. You just have to do it as quickly as you possibly can. Hey, Gamora, greetings. Lol, that's not as long as he's not working on the car. Yeah, Noct is a lot like myself. He's got way too many hobbies and projects and things. Hermes, it's getting late now for that. I know it's a Sunday night. It's not the optimum time to be streaming for a lot of you guys. So I do apologize for that. I'm just trying. I want to get my affiliate numbers up as quickly as possible. So I need to stream today and then one more day, and I should be able to put forward the claim then to get the affiliate status in. You'd love a Cobra Mark III for your desk. They got them on Thingiverse? Is that allowed, XRG? I can't click that link at the moment. Hang on one second, let's see what... Oh dear. Is it okay? I mean, I know Frontier are fine with things as long as they're, you know, not for profit, but... Oh dear, I don't know whether that's gonna fall into some hot water. Might want to check that. I know as long as you're printing something for yourself, it's fine, but I think once it starts becoming a thing where you're printing them to sell them on as like, you know, usable models or something, that gets a little bit tricky. What's that, sorry? Yeah, I can't chuck him up there because he'll end up falling into that pit and being stuck. That's the furthest I can take him and still... Oh, Grum, so you're playing No Man's Sky? Oh, yeah, no worries, no worries. Driving back to your base on Scum. No worries. If you are playing No Man's Sky, wow, I think you've got me as a friend on Steam. Give me a shout, because I bought it recently when it was on discount, so yeah, give me a shout. Really enjoying that. I think it's definitely No Man's Sky as a game is worth the money now. I think when it first released, it was very controversial. But yeah, now it's definitely it's worth the money. I think I picked it up for £20 with like the Beyond update and all the bits and pieces that came with it, and it's certainly a good purchase now. I enjoy it anyway. Whee! Turtle Butt isn't here to enjoy it. Terrible. Come on, right. I think we got a lot more time this time. Come on. You have a 3D printed Mark III. Someone gave it you. Nice. Right, come on. You jump down. I can jump up. Where does that put us, though? He's got to hammer home that thing. I've not got much time until that little dude bites the bullet, though. Oh no, no, that's what. No, I was supposed to quickly go in the door, jump over, get the paint pot, and get back down. I don't have enough time to do it now. Oh. They don't sell. Yeah, I know they don't sell them on the Thingiverse. They just have the files open, and I get that. I just don't know where Frontier would stand in terms of another company hosting files for their games. Which is like, I think if the individual fans have them just because they want them, I think that's fine. You like No Man's Sky? Would you like the flight mechanics? Yeah, it felt really kind of swimmy when I first tried it out. But when you get a better ship with better maneuverability, it does scale up, and it's good. It's good. No Man's Sky is Star Citizen for the poor. I mean, I just like the fact that there is a lot more options for space games now than what there was. I mean, I think before Elite released the Kickstarter, it was very thin on the ground, and it kind of kicked the developers into gear to say like, oh yeah, people still want space games, you know, make some. Amazon hosts their servers. You know this on the news. No. I don't mean in terms of like where it's being hosted. I mean in terms of the fact that it's, you know, the guys that run Thingiverse are a different company to Frontier, so it's not really their place to decide to host their files. You know what I mean? It's not legally. It would be one of those grey area type things. I don't think Frontier would bother even making a big deal of it. To be honest, it's they wouldn't bother pursuing it. It just gets into a bit of a tricky thing, doesn't it? Grunt has it depends on the ship and the add-ons. It changes the flight mechanic. Yeah, absolutely. If you upgrade your ship with some things to boost the maneuverability and stuff like it does make a massive difference to the way that the ships feel on No Man's Sky. Because I agree with you, Aramis. Like that first ship you get, it's like frying a brick with a rubber band, like trying to direct it in the direction you want. It's really awful, especially on a mouse. I mean, imagine it feels a little bit better on a controller because it's more, you know, reacting to that analog delay of a controller. But on the mouse, it just feels awful. It really does. They seem to like the idea of people printing ships to have at home. Yeah, I think they're cool with it. It would be nice if they had them in the ship for people who don't have printers. Well, Sore Point XOG in the shop. Sorry, yeah. The sore point there is I believe that should have been a Kickstarter reward, and I don't think that ever happened, or at least if it did happen, it wasn't 100% satisfactorily. We won't go there. Do you know, it's funny, you know, in terms of Kickstarter work, I know a lot of people get really, really heated on Kickstarter rewards and things like that. I backed the Carmageddon Kickstarter for a ludicrous sum of money because I really wanted it to be a thing. And I got the game and I got most of the bits and pieces they promised, but there was a whole bunch of physical rewards I've still not received. I don't think I'm ever going to receive. So I just chalk that up for a loss, to be honest. I don't mind so much. I think that's the thing. You got to temper your expectations of these things like that and take the good with the bad. Not the end of the world. I got the game. It was good. You can't even fly flight assist off in No Man's Sky. Also, press E to land. That was the big thing that people were going about, and I can understand why people are like, you know, this is crap. Where's the skill? And it's sorry, just got to concentrate on the speed. No, I didn't make it in time. What am I supposed to do? Damn it. Hang on, let's quickly... wonder if I can jump up on that platform, get the paint pot, and put it in position for the other little dude to put down in. I think that's the only thing I can do. Alien, I seem to recall they did fulfill the 3D printed ships. Yeah, I think they did. I think it was an add-on, wasn't it? So I backed at a high enough level that I could have got one, but I didn't add the additional for the 3D printed ship, so I never got one. Wasn't something I was interested in getting at the time. So yeah, I think I've seen people with them. Something you know, you've got to love Brave and the Frontier dudes. Unlike most companies, they're pretty reasonable with their API and the community that uses it, as well as for videos, etc. You don't see that with other companies, especially with the interaction between the company and crew and consumer. Yeah, you won't get that from Bethesda 88. No, exactly. That's the thing. They don't get a lot of credit for that. They do try to service the community as best they can. You know, they're pretty good for that. I really wish you could get that Lego Anaconda model, the Cobra Mark III, and the Cobra Mark III is in online. Yeah, that was in the newsletter this week. Did everyone see that? Absolutely fantastic, massive scale Cobra. See, I would pay Lego a pretty penny for that. It's one of those things where it's like, you know, someone at Frontier really needs to kind of up their game and get that as a thing that happens. It's like, come on, guys, give us a Lego Elite kit, please. Really like to shake Braben's hand for the community aspect. Yeah, I mean, he's got a great team behind him, and he always says that. I mean, every time I've spoken to him about things like that, he always says it's like, no, I've got to thank the team for everything they've done. You know, so he is incredibly humble for things like that. Oh, come on. I'm stuffing up too many things. I don't have a great deal of time to do this. I will check the chat again shortly. Yes, I can get that. One of my favourite YouTube videos was David and Scott Manny in the pub talking science. Yeah, that was a cool video. Neil deGrasse Tyson, I missed that, was it? Wasn't the cost for the parts of the expensive on the cover? Yeah, for that scale and that much Lego, that is going to cost you a small fortune. It really would. I was nowhere near it. Didn't even have enough time for the dude to get there. You can go and buy the parts. Yeah, there's a bunch of websites you can go to get the parts shipped to you separately. But it's not cheap. It's not cheap. But you can just get like a custom list of all of the brick parts that you want and just get them all shipped over. Right, so let's consider this then. Got to activate that switch in order to get the axe. Got to hit the axe in order to get that and colour the paint pot. don't see how else I can do this. If I put that little dude there, he's just going to drop into that little pit. That's not going to give me enough time to do anything. And that just looks like that's the exit part of that anyway. See that to the right of that pit there. If they build it, they will come. Yeah. Big field behind your flat was that I was at one point thinking about whether you could build a 1-to-1 scale Cobra head plywood. That'd be a lot of plywood. Although I have threatened that if I ever did win the lottery, I would build myself a scale sidewinder in the garden and just like kit it out like a gaming shed. The field, as it turns out, is big enough. The kit is 125 quid. I would say that Cobra though is always way more than that in part cost alone. Lego is not cheap. May as well ask for Crash Landing to print it. You'd get it sooner, probably for less. See, the trouble is I can't get back up to that door once I drop down. So I don't have the opportunity to go and reset this guy's position. I've got to have that first dude out there. I'm not sure what else I can do. I'm very tempted to just let the little grey dude fall into that pit for now, even though I know that's probably going to be level breaking. Just so I can get the rest of the activities on there to see what is supposed to happen. XRG, you've been trying to learn Fusion 360 for modelling parts. It is a fab piece of software, I must admit. I'm really impressed with what you get for free. It's well worth the download if you're interested in playing around with it, 3D printing your own stuff. Other modelling packages do exist, but that's the one that I've had the most fun with. I used to enjoy using, was it True Space? Was a fantastic 3D modelling package, but it kind of fizzled up. I think the company just ended up disappearing. If anyone could 3D print the Ignis and pays it, you pay. Oh, yeah, well, this, we can find the files for you. I'm sure we can arrange that somehow. You have a cabinet full of starships. You've had the personal license for 2 years now. Yeah, I'm really pleased with it. Anyway, I've been having great fun doing with it. The only thing I find difficult is sculpting things which are not kind of like basic mechanical things. You know, pretty simple cylinders and things like that. Well, obviously, you know, cogs and gears, screw, things like that. Not too much of an issue doing those kind of things, but anything significantly more complex, like molded, sculpted things, I'm just not very good at. Good night, Alien. Thank you very much for your help tonight. I hope to see you again soon. Take care. Before you go, balsa wood would be easier than plywood. It would be lighter. No, I was going to say maybe I could throw that character up there to get the... PVA glue and paint mixed together would seal the wood and act like a varnish. There you go. Yeah, you can get that nice blue sheen. What? What? Did I just glitch that out? That feels like a massive cheat. I shouldn't be able to do that. I mean, technically that would allow me to complete that section. What the hell? Yeah, tell me about it, Aramis. What happened there? That was not right. Oh, who's got the... Did he? He's got the axe. So they got the axe, they pick up that, they do that, done. That lets me get the silver key. Honestly don't know what happened there. I used the game mechanics, yeah. That was so weird. It was just kind of like trapped in the corner. The physics wouldn't let me move to the left, and then suddenly it just went, yeah, okay. The trouble is now I've got no way of getting that dude out. But you have to follow suit for a minute. Yeah, no worries, my way. Oh my goodness, you got a score on a 650. Yeah, you crack on, buddy. You have a good evening. No worries. Ciao for now, buddy. Take care. Same midnight. Yeah, it is late for you. You're in advance of me, aren't you, mate? Take it steady, buddy. Thank you for tuning in tonight. It's lovely to chat to you guys. He ain't going to get anywhere because he's not going to be able to jump up on that platform, is he? So he's expecting to be coloured and then... yeah, just going to sit there waiting. I don't know how I'm going to have enough time to get him across there. I really don't see how we can do that. There's just not enough time to do it and get everything prepared. Well, there's got to be a solution. Solutions in the chat, anyone? Viking Dad, yeah, this is a tough puzzle game. It can be a real pain in the arse, but this ain't nothing yet. I know there's some really nightmare levels. I mean, you can see on the map bar at the bottom there, it's only filled up about 2/3 of the view currently. There are some levels later on which like that entire bar filled up, and it's, yeah, difficult. Really difficult. Timing puzzles, getting items in the right location, that kind of stuff. Traps and things to avoid, like everything in the kitchen sink. Bugging me why this piece under here, right now where I was, has got that little walkie way bit. I don't get that now. See, is that the most efficient way to do it, or should I get the first dude in? Careful the fall damage, just get you. Whee! Crash, do I have a Discord channel? Not any longer. Stupidly, I shut down my Discord server. I will build another one at some point as soon as I have the opportunity. But yeah, stupidly, it was one of the things that I closed everything down in a bit of a rage. So, oh, see that time, the glitch didn't work. Oh crap! What am I gonna do? No! Missed it by seconds. If I didn't screw around on that jump, that might have just been enough time. Right. Yeah, I will try and get a proper Discord setup again, and we can, because obviously I used to have folks on as guests and things like that. So at the moment, I'm kind of handicapped in that respect. I can't set that up. But well, I'll get it all working again. Just time, effort, coordination, lots of things to do. I wonder if there's a significant difference between throwing that little dude on top of that platform versus throwing him down onto there. Okay, so if I take the key that I come in with, run across, throw myself off the edge and let that dude out immediately, go through the door and then get that key to let that dude out, he can carry on trundling along whilst I'm doing that. That will save a fraction of time. There's a little bit of a delay whilst he's falling. He's kind of not moving horizontally. So it's like a fraction of a second more time. That's a good point actually, because then I'm also in a better position to grab this now whilst I'm here, and that little dude's still walking along. Oh, no, I haven't got time to make stupid mistakes like that, come on. These levels are just so brutal. absolutely no time to make mistakes. Right, let's race against the clock now to catch the grey dude. I have the ink though, so that's one less thing to go. He's got. I think we've cracked it. Come on. Yes! Yes! There we go. Hype in the chat. There we go. Oh, fantastic. Done it. Sorted. We'll make that the last level, I think. Oh, what a nightmare this one's been. Get these little guys gone in, and we will leave it on that code screen, whatever we get. This is your humor level. I will, hang on, let's rescue this little dude. What have you got on there, XOG? Gonna need a bigger bench. Oh, I like that. That's cool. See, I've still not done a benchy. I've got a whole bunch of other test objects that I've used in the past, and obviously I calibrated mine before benchy was a thing. So, but I'm gonna have to download one of those. I do like that one. Yeah, M6Q 4FK Q 4FK repetitive. There we go. Done. Another huge section of the game sorted. Now hopefully I can crack on and get to a new thing tomorrow. Heading off to bed? Yeah, Graham, no worries. I'm heading off now as well. So thank you to everyone who's joined in tonight. It's been lovely to chat to you all again. New faces again. Well, new old faces. It's nice to see everyone's catching up and realise I'm there. And don't forget, I do have a new Twitter account, which is twitter.com/crashlanding. So follow on to that, and I'll be sending out the notifications on that as well. So there we go. Rightio. So night everyone, and take care. And we'll see you again hopefully tomorrow, all being well. So ciao for now.